I'm a big fan of working smarter, not harder. So I'm going against a contrary belief that you need more patients to increase your revenue. The truth is, that's only one way to do it. For many practice owners, maximizing revenue doesn't mean overbooking your schedule. It means increasing the value of each patient's appointment. In today's video, we are diving into actionable strategies that will help you optimize each patient's visit while boosting your practice's revenue. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to grow, these tips can transform how you run your practice. Hi, I'm Jamie Spann. I'm a healthcare consultant with over 20 years of experience working with physicians and med spas. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can get notified whenever we post a new video. We specifically post videos for physicians and med spas. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what revenue per patient visit really means. When talking about revenue per patient, it means how much each patient is worth per year. It's a great way to measure how much each patient is worth for your practice. Another important matrix to look at is revenue per patient visit. These are really important because it helps you understand your profitability and your operational efficiency. To find out your revenue per patient, you're going to take the total number of collections you received per year and divide it by the total number of patients you saw in the year. If you're wanting to know the average dollar amount per patient per visit, you're going to take how much revenue you brought in for the month and divide it by how many patients you saw for the month. Now, I know you're not actually getting paid on these patients for a good, 45 to 60 days, but it gives you an average and it gives you a good idea of about how much each patient's worth. So now, yes, you can increase your revenue by seeing more patients, obviously. And when you're maxed out, you can't add any more patients unless you bring another provider on. Another thing to think about if you're adding too many patients is that it could affect your quality of care per patient. So your quality of care could go down because you're trying to pack in a lot of patients, which, as we know, happens in hospitals all the time and is probably one of the reasons you ended up leaving. Am I right? So another option could be to increase your revenue per patient. Now, this can be done by adding additional services or products or procedures that you offer. Try to think about things that you're sending your patients out for or referring them out. Things that maybe you could actually be doing if you brought them in-house. So once you make a list of things that you're referring out to other people or places, think about what you want to start with. Now let's talk about the potential challenges that might come with doing this and how you overcome them. So the very first thing to think about is going to be, you might have staff resistant to upselling. Maybe they're not comfortable with this because they look at it as selling. But this is where training comes in. You might consider getting outside help to train your staff and you when it comes to this kind of thing. We do this all the time with our clients. The second thing you got to think about is maybe patient perception when it comes to introducing a new product or procedure. But again, if you're planning to suggest them doing it anyway, you can just present it to them like you're offering this now in your office so that it's one less place they have to go. Again, training your staff and yourself on these kind of things will make a big difference. So how do you implement bringing on a new product or service in your practice? The very first suggestion I have would be to only add one thing at a time. This is so you don't overwhelm your staff with new information and new procedures and products and things like that they've got to do. Make sure you figure out a plan on who's going to be doing these things and help get a system in place to do it smoothly. Next is going to be training your staff. Invest in training your staff and yourself to help you understand how the product or procedure works, to help you understand how to have customer service in your office for this, and it gives you training on upselling techniques that you can use to talk more about these products or services. The third thing I would suggest is communicate your changes. You must inform your patients about new products and services that you're offering. You can do this by emailing them, texting them, having signs about it in your office, and posting on social media and your website. You need to be excited about this and make sure your patients feel the excitement. And the next thing I would suggest would be to have meetings about your new product or services. See if there's anything you need to do to improve the implementation process, or maybe getting patients to use it. Make sure you're looking at your numbers and set goals for each thing that you want to add and how many you want to do. Remember, it's not just about seeing more patients. It's about making every patient's visit count. The strategies that we've covered should help you figure out ways to increase your revenue per patient and optimize your return on time and money invested. Now, if you want help implementing these or coming up with new strategies, schedule a one-on-one call with me. It's free. The link is in the description. Also, we briefly touched on some key performance indicators that you should look at. If you're interested in learning more KPIs that you should be doing in your practice, make sure you watch this video that talks about what KPIs you should be tracking in your practice. See you in the next video.